This is Jonas J. Campbell from That Park Place, and this is Everything Woke about Madagascar, A Little Wild, the preschool spin-off series of the Madagascar animated films produced by Dreamworks Jr., a subsidiary of Dreamworks owned by NBC Universal, which is also a subsidiary of Comcast.
Today's the big day, the Animal Pride Parade!
Discussion of pride parades in a show aimed at preschoolers.
Today's the day before Parade Day, when all the fun happens, like planning and organizing.
Community organizing of LGBT events in a preschool show.
The greatest parade ever known!
The greatest parade the world has ever known, being a celebration of what I'm assuming is LGBT animals.
Did you know that dolphins are just gay sharks?
People come from all over the city to attend our Animal Pride Parade.
Is there really this much interest in non-reproducing animals?
And it's on us to bring the pride.
I can't help but wonder if the intention here is to make preschoolers be the ones to bring the pride.
Everyone's still talking about last year's parade.
Man, these preschoolers are really excited about this parade. What an example they are setting for their audience.
And who can forget the year before us?
Interesting. I wonder how many family traditions you were a part of that preschoolers talk about not only last year's, but the years before. This must be the most important thing they do all year round.
Happy Animal Pride Weekend!
Even the prep work for the LGBT parade is a holiday for this preschool show.
Can't wait to see you all stretch your stuff in the parade tomorrow.
Encouragement by a parental figure to participate in an LGBT event in a preschool show.
Happy Pride, Kate!
Use of the phrase Happy Prize to further cement an LGBT event as a holiday to preschoolers.
I've been working on my splash dance.
Can't wait to see your entrance, Gloria.
Everyone shines in this LGBT event. Don't you want to shine too, impressionable children?
Now that's something to take pride in.
The sea lion float is gonna knock it out of the zoo.
Implication that sea lions are gay.
Gonna be tough to top last year's Stars and Stripes zebra float.
The annualized escalation of LGBT indoctrination.
Rumor is, this year's Pride Parade Spectacular will be the best one yet.
Incorporation of American Sign Language for diversity points. Also, if you want ASL kids to feel included, why have only one character doing sign language?
Hi, Odee. I'm Melman. What kind of animal are you? A zebra? A gerebra?
I don't know what kind of animal I am.
This animal in an episode about pride doesn't know what kind of animal it is. Very subtle. The cast list shows that this character is played by Ezra Minas, although the IMDb listing for that performer shows that this person now goes by Iris Minas, and according to Iris's Twitter account, identifies as a non-binary lesbian with Z-here pronouns.
What are you? What do you call other animals like you?
I'm the only me I know.
Contemplation of profound social isolation in an LGBT episode of a preschool cartoon.
If anyone can figure out what you are and where you belong, it's me.
The black and white character is going to make it his mission to tell the character that doesn't quite fit in where they belong. Imagine that.
I know you are a zebra. Posture and style come naturally to us.
The obviously incorrect character knows exactly how to classify everything, including this intentionally difficult to classify animal. Very subtle.
Bill says he's keeping an eye on the parade. If anything goes wrong, he's got his beak set on taking over the whole shebang next year.
The parade is my thing.
What an interesting looking animal. Hope you know what float they go on.
So the black and white character is now worried he's going to lose his place in society if he can't tell this unusual animal how it fits in.
When they see us trotting in style on the zebra float, no one will ever dare say I've lost control of the parade planning ship.
I was halfway joking when I said that, but that legitimately looks like it's going to be the plot of this preschool cartoon.
How does it feel to know you're a bona fide zebra?
I wouldn't know. I don't feel like a zebra.
Personalized concepts of truth in a show aimed at preschoolers.
Being a zebra was pretty rad, but it doesn't feel like me.
Okay, do not panic.
Well, I'm not panicking.
A character that needs everyone to be neatly labeled is panicking because someone fits outside of his observed norms. Sure is silly, preschoolers, isn't he?
Nothing out of place here either. Just a couple zebras zebraing.
You sure you got Odee on the right float?
I'm sure.
Portrayal of the character representing cultural norms as in denial.
If you're not a zebra, you must be a giraffe.
If this plotline weren't trying to make a point about LGBTQIA+, it would be a great educational episode about how there are all kinds of unusual animals. Instead, it's starting to imply that animals exist on some kind of spectrum.
Turns out I'm not a zebra, so Marty says I must belong with you.
I always wanted a cousin.
It seems like a lot of this plotline would be solved by any of these animals having parents.
That settles it. You're a giraffe.
Nope.
Huh?
Giraffe? Nah, doesn't feel like me.
I'm just gonna go ahead and spoil it here. Odee is just an okapi. But instead of learning about animals, preschoolers are being forced to learn about something else.
If you're not a zebra or a giraffe, we'll just have to try out every single animal float in the zoo till you find what fits.
The obviously incorrect black and white character is really struggling to figure this one out. Imagine that.
You never know what's gonna click till you're gonna try it.
Encouragement of preschoolers to try it out.
You will feel it when you find your spot. Try it on, let's try it out, let's find your zone.
Encouraging preschoolers to try it all.
It might seem crazy, but you never know.
Even if it sounds crazy, you will never know until you try it, 5-year-olds.
Let's find where you belong.
This is an animal of a specific species. Why would this okapi need to try anything to figure that out?
No, Odee, we need to figure out just one animal that's right.
I don't mean to rain on your parade, but no one animal felt right. That's not really how I see myself.
Implication that this animal is not an okapi because Odee doesn't see Odee as something specific.
There is one flow you haven't tried, and it's my last shot to prove to Bill I'm the best Grand Marshal there is.
The only character that's wrong in this episode is shown to have bad motives for wanting to figure out that Odee is an okapi. He's just feeling this way because his place in society is threatened, kids.
I'm in. You can always come back to the line float if you change your mind.
Species fluidity in a preschool show.
These little critters sure know how to have fun. Like me.
The character that defies classification is the one that knows how to have fun. Very subtle.
Well, if I'm a hedgie too.
There's no way to fix it all before morning.
You don't mean...
We'll have to cancel the parade.
Alex's attempt at classifying this okapi have ruined the Pride Parade.
Definitely not crying over the most colorful day of the year being canceled.
The canceling of the Pride Parade is bringing everyone to tears, preschoolers. You wouldn't want to be the one who ruins everyone's Pride Parade, would you, kids?
It's not your fault. It's mine. I just wanted you to feel like you belong.
I mean, that's not even true. We clearly see that Alex felt threatened by the existence of this character.
But I do feel like I belong, because everyone wanted me on their float.
You see, kids, the only way for this delusional, ignorant okapi to be happy is for you to accept Odee as whatever Odee feels like Odee is at any given time.
I am Mrs. Nesbit.
Guess I have to wait till next year to introduce this beauty.
In all my years here, I've never seen anything quite like the okapi.
This guy isn't a very good zoologist.
I apologize about that, ladies and gentlemen.
In the giraffe family, but with so many special qualities all its own.
See, this character is the special one. Don't you want to be special too, kids?
All along, you were an okapi.
And Melman's cousin for real.
The primary plot point is now solved, but there's still 25% of the runtime left over. Seems like this isn't going to be a satisfying answer.
Do you feel like an okapi?
Nope.
Imagine that.
It's interesting to know I might be called an okapi, but it doesn't change the way I feel.
Personalized concepts of truth in a show aimed at people who don't even know how to spell yet.
That means I can hardly read!
Then what should we call you?
How about just Odee?
Is the conflation of names with species a great strategy in a show for preschoolers?
Odee, who likes to splash in the pool, roar with my loudest voice, hit the floor with a long neck dance.
Of course, the character played by the non-binary performer is the one who does all the fun things the preschoolers would want to do.
I don't always feel like one animal. Sometimes I feel like all of them.
This is all fine and dandy until this okapi decides it wants to hang out in the fully grown lion's enclosure.
Who's hungry?
I may be a hippo, but sometimes I dance like a swan. And I may be tall, but I love rolling around on the ground. I'm happy to be any animal, as long as they're a star.
It's easy to imply that all animals exist on a spectrum until reproduction stops and all of a sudden we run out of moose.
It doesn't matter what we are, as long as we're proud of who we are.
To anyone thinking of commenting to disagree with me, just know that it doesn't matter what I am, as long as I am proud of having pointed out all the woke ideology in this preschool cartoon.
Checkmate!
I'm so much more than what you see. There isn't just one recipe.
As far as making people goes, the last time I checked, there was in fact only one recipe. And I thought we weren't supposed to be using fruits for this comparison anymore.
And know that you're the only you in any craft. Now that's something to be proud of.
Telling children that they should be proud to defy pesky standards like the gender norm or what species they identify as.
See you all be proud.
I see they're using the rainbow, the sign of God's covenant with Noah that he would never destroy the face of the earth again. At least not with water.
Odee's right. We don't have to fit in just one box.
Sometimes boxes are very helpful.
I may be a pro at zebraing, but I'm most proud of being a great friend.
The best friends accept people's eccentricities about what species they are not, kids.
I want to see floats that make your personalities pop.
Whatever floats your float.
Very subtle.
8 hours till dawn!
We've got a parade to see.
And now, these preschool cartoon characters are going to work all night to save the LGBT Pride Parade so that all the families can have joy in their lives.
They're so beautiful and colorful, like rainbows.
Very subtle.
How did Carlos pull this off?
They didn't include any of the new colors. How exclusionary.
It's not how I remember, but I love it!
Very subtle. LGBT representation in a show aimed at preschoolers. The most heroic male character in a preschool show wears a rainbow mane. Even more LGBT representation in a show aimed at preschoolers. Also, non-traditional beauty standards.
I love your sash.
It's usually worn by the animal who rides at the front of the parade. This year, I met someone pretty special, and they really know the meaning of pride.
And the black and white character steps back to accept that he is culturally on equal footing with the body dysmorphic Okapi. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Is there anything we missed? Is there something else you'd like us to cover? For more, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter @JonasJCampbell, or stay tuned to thatparkplace.com.